Living Local Carolina with Katie Turner. Local trends, shopping, dining, and more. This is Living Local Carolina.
Well, today we're talking about a very important topic. I'm joined by Simon and Cindy from Carolina Forest Elementary School. How are you guys doing?
We're doing good.
Great.
Wonderful. Now, you both work in education, but you also are co-authors of a book. Tell me about this book.
Okay, so this book is Adapting Behavior Practices, Reframing Your Approach to Discipline. And we, for the past 5 years, the two of us have been working together with behavior a lot. And so we just realized that getting to the root of the behavior helps tremendously, and it helps the kids not to repeat the same behavior. So we kind of came together and just thought of ways to help the kid to change the behavior.
So
Right.
who is this book for?
This book is for parents and teachers, and really for adults, because everybody gets frustrated when it comes to behavior, and they wonder, what are we going to do? And even for me as a parent, it's helpful because we tend to work with our own kids a little differently than we work with other people's kids. So, the being consistent and putting these things into practices, it's difficult because it's time consuming, but the consistency is what wins in the long run.
So can you give me some examples maybe that are in the book without spoiling too much?
Like Cindy said, a lot of kids, and I'm sure many people out here listening and yourselves can remember, when kids would come get in trouble at school, and they would get in trouble for the same things over and over and over again. So, like the front of the book shows there, some roots in the ground and a child being like a plant. When something goes wrong with your crops, you got to figure out what's wrong in the dirt, not what's on top. So once you get to that root, and it does take time, because as we say in there, it takes them a long time to get that way. It takes a long time to get them out. And gaining that trust with us or whoever they work with is the first step in getting to the root of that problem.
Yeah, and I would say definitely building the relationship. Relationships are everything. When you get the relationships with these kids, we've had a lot of kids that, just came from tough situations. And the two of us, we just team up and kind of become that safe space for them.
Right.
And they know it, and then it just helps.
Well, tell me also, for parents and other teachers who have read the book, what has been the response?
Well, for some who kind of been in education for a long time, it's like a new thing for them. It's almost like they're having to retrain their thinking and their brain. And, and I say all the time, like, this is just a new generation of kids. Like, you can't do the same thing that you did a long time ago to reach this generation, because they have so many other things coming up against them, like social media. And they just carry a lot. And so you just have to approach it a different way.
Yeah.
So.
Because everybody, wants to see old school, though.
Right.
Our grandparents' old school was a lot different than our old school, so there's always a new school coming. So we just need to adapt to that new school a little bit faster.
Right.
If we're going to be successful with our kids, and that's a hard thing for some teachers. If we can help them understand this practice, in the long run, it's going to be a smoother classroom. Their scores will be better because we're really, we like scores, but without those relationships, those scores really don't matter.
Now, Cindy, do you have another book as well?
I do. This is actually my third children's book. I'm always trying to write, because I am a counselor, giving kids tools that they can use when I'm not there, and so this book is Same Love, Different Homes, and it is about kids that are in divorce situations. And so I think out of all the books, like, this was the one that I could connect to the most, because I was that kid. And so when I wrote it, it was really rewarding for me as well. So, yeah.
So if anybody's interested in purchasing one of your books, where can they find these?
They can find them on Amazon. They're both on Amazon.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
We have quite a treat today on Living Local Carolina. I am joined in studio by Salty Dog Senior Dog Rescue. How are you guys doing?
We're awesome. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. So obviously we have a very esteemed guest over here, Otis, who's sitting on the couch with us. But why don't y'all tell me first a little bit about what you do and the whole purpose behind your mission?
Sure, absolutely. We are a senior-based rescue. We only take dogs 6 and older. We get dogs from owner surrender as well as from shelters. We started in May of 22, and we are a 501c3. We are totally operated by volunteers, located in Pawleys Island, but we have fosters as far north as Little River and as far south as Charleston. And then we adopt out animals out of state. We've had people come 4-6 hours just to adopt some of our senior dogs.
Okay, so senior dogs, obviously there's a specific purpose why.
My partner and I both started working in animal rescue years ago, and we noticed that the senior dogs come in and they kind of get overlooked. People are looking for puppies or younger dogs, and most of these dogs have already been in a home, so they are surrendered or dropped off at a shelter, and then they just are there kind of overwhelmed, never been in that type of environment before. So we just felt a need to come and draw those dogs out, put them in a foster home as opposed to a shelter, and then focus more attention on them so that they get adopted.
You're closing that gap for dogs like Otis.
Yes. We enjoy what we do. We also, another thing that is important to us is estate planning. We really feel like people need to focus on what's going to happen to their animals should something happen to them. Too many people assume that family or friends are going to take their dog, and actually cats as well, and then what happens is they get dropped off at a shelter instead.
Welcome to Epic Discounts by BestReviews.com. I'm Melissa Bergamini.
And I'm Jacob Palmer.
Be sure to take out your phone and scan the QR code on your screen so you can save on some amazing products. Let's start off with the air you breathe. This Lavoie Sprout air purifier. It is here to improve the air quality in your home.
And Alyssa, people love this brand and especially this product because it has a 3-stage filtration system. It traps dust, allergens, smoke, and even pet dander, leaving you with the cleanest, freshest air. It's perfect for people with allergies or anyone who just wants to breathe easier day to day.
Yeah, it has a sleek design, as you can see, perfect for any room, and it's quiet enough to run all day long without disturbing you. Next, let's talk about radiant, youthful skin. Everyone wants that, and this is with the Olay Super Serum.
I think this is one of those things that everybody is searching for all the time. And with this powerful serum, it's packed with vitamins and antioxidants designed to deeply hydrate and target fine lines, wrinkles, and uneven skin tone. It's lightweight, fast absorbing, and gives you that glow from within look that everybody is seeking. Whether you're looking for smoother skin or just need a little extra hydration, this serum is a must-have in your skincare routine.
Jacob, you're speaking my language here, and trust me, your skin is going to thank you later. Now, let's talk about relaxation with the Easy Basics Facial Steamer, the Ionic Face Steamer.
So this is one of those products that trends for a reason. So imagine the ultimate spa experience right in your own home. And with this Ionic Face Steamer, it will deeply hydrate and open your pores, giving your skin a deep, refreshing cleanse. It's perfect for helping with dry skin, blackheads, or even just relaxing after a long day. It's like having a mini facial every time you use it.
I like the sound of that. I am getting ready for my wedding, so I might be taking this home with me. Plus, it's compact, so you can easily store it when it's not in use. And after all that self-care, let's talk about some comfort with the Zumbra pillow slippers.
I mean, these are named perfectly because these slippers are so cozy, you'll feel like you're walking on clouds. With a memory foam insole and a cushioned pillow-like feel, they provide all-day comfort for your feet. Whether you're lounging at home, running errands, or just relaxing, these slippers offer the perfect balance of comfort and support.
Who doesn't want some extra comfort? Your feet deserve this. And of course, they will thank you later. Let's take a look one more time at all 4 products. Take out your phone and scan the QR code on your screen and get ready to scan, shop, and save with epic discounts by bestreviews.com.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
Well, thanks for joining us today on Living Local Carolina. I'm Katie Turner, and I'm joined in studio with Coach Shanice. How are you doing?
I'm great, thank you.
Absolutely. So let's talk about what you do. You're a coach. What does that mean, really?
So I am a coach, yes. First, I'm a health coach, so I help people get healthy. I own a business, it's called Glow Up Wellness, and what we do is transform people's lives through nutrition.
All right, how'd you get into this field in the first place? We all have a story, you know?
Yes, so I decided one day that I needed to lose some weight.
Okay.
I had hit a wall and I thought I need to change my life, and I did. I decided to, eat healthier, do some more working out, things like that. And it kind of led to a passion about it. So I'm like, if I can do this, I ended up losing over 80 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah. I said, anybody can do it if I can do it. So I decided to help people do it as well.
I think a big hurdle for a lot of people is motivation and kind of knowing where to start when you're not educated on the subject. How do you approach that with people?
So 2 things. Baby steps is the first one. Sometimes we look at the larger shiny goal, and when we embark on the journey, we kind of so far from that it gets discouraging. But if you know to take the small step in front of you, if you keep doing that, you'll get to the larger goal. And also, motivation only gets us started. It's the discipline that keeps us going. So part of my coaching is helping people develop that discipline.
Is it rewarding to see people actually, shed the pounds, feel more confident?
Seriously, I mean, I've had people lose 60 plus pounds, even 30 plus. Like, if you lose a pound, I am like a cheerleader rooting for you.
Yeah, I love it.
Yes.
So we hear a lot about, is it diet, is it exercise, is it a combo of both? In your field, what do you think?
It's totally a combination of both, but one does weigh out the other. So if you are looking to, get healthier, but specifically lose weight, it's 75 to 80% what you eat, what you put in your body versus 20 to 25% of what you actually do with your body.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I always heard the abs were made in the kitchen.
Well, they can be. They start in the kitchen.
All right. Well, can you give us some tips, for people that are interested in starting?
Sure. So like I said, just first you should do a wellness evaluation with me. I take a peek into what your life looks like on an average day, and I nitpick kind of what small changes you can make to see really big results if you stay consistent there. I also do 21-day challenges to support people to stay consistent. So you stay close to me for 21 days, you get all these resources, you get so many tips and tricks, you get to hear other people's stories, and that's what helps people, that's what helped me, even myself, to stay committed and to keep seeing the results that I really want to see. So do those baby steps, and then when you need help and you realize you can't do it on your own, seek help. We seek help when we are struggling in certain areas. Don't hesitate to seek help when you're also trying to lose weight or get healthy as well.
For somebody with a really busy schedule, how do you work around that as a coach?
So one of the things I love about my journey is that my life has progressively gotten aggressively busy. I have 2 small children, I've gotten married, and I moved cross country in the past 4 years. Wow. So I totally understand busy. And so I personally love to work with busy people because I have that experience. Sometimes we look and we see different sections of where we can find a little bit of time to work out, where we might have not normally seen it, or where we can find space in a budget to eat a little healthier. Some people say it's expensive, but we'll look at your budget and we'll see, how we can find space to actually afford what you need in order to be a little bit healthier.
That's a holistic approach now.
I'm with it. That's the whole point of what I do, because one mold does not fit everybody. We have different lifestyles, we have different things about us, we have different ticks and triggers, and we love different foods, and my goal is to look at people's lives individually and provide a personalized plan.
Love it. So if somebody's interested in getting connected with you and getting started, how can they do that?
The easiest place to find everything that I do would be linktree.com/healthcoachnise. You'll find out information about my 21-day challenges. You can join my walk-in club. All of those things right there, Health Coach Nise on Linktree.
Don't forget to like our page on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. How to use the QR code. Just open the camera app on your smartphone, iPad, or tablet. Point your device at the QR code so the QR code appears on your screen. Your device will recognize the QR code and show you a notification. Click that notification and you'll come to our website. Living Local Carolina, weekday mornings at 9:30 on WBTW News 13.